What's up? What's up? What's up? Y'all realize what I'm doing when I play that music? Anybody know why I do that? Looking to see who's on. Gotta get myself relaxed. Be at peace. Be grateful. Think about everything that I'm grateful for. Then I look at the charts. Yep, set the mood. Set the tone. Bo Money, what's up, Bo?
What's going on? What's going on?
Everything, man. You know the vibes, as Mello say.
Love it, man. Thank you. Thank you again for these amazing calls, man. I know I'll probably speak for everybody when I say definitely happy and grateful for them, man. So we definitely appreciate you, Doc.
Hey, man, I appreciate you guys too. It's all about making sure everybody eats. Before we get into the charts today, I want to get you all in the right mindset going into 2021. Well, we're here now, so being in 2021. You have to start thinking from a place of abundance. You have to start thinking from a place of abundance. We all have those times where we think based on how we're used to thinking. It's a challenge for everybody. Even Mr. Owen, sometimes he says he has what he calls broke thoughts. So we have to overcome that stinking thinking. You hear it when you talk to prospects, and a lot of times you hear it because that's the energy you're radiating. You think people can afford to pay $235. Yes, they can. They just don't see the value, or they don't believe in themselves, or they don't believe in you because you've never been consistent long enough to produce any fruit. We have to change that going into 2021. Some of you on this call in 2021, just by trading, you will create a six-figure income. Some of you on this call will create a seven-figure income. Bo, come back on a minute, please.
Yes, sir.
What is it you always say?
We didn't make millions out of this. We did it wrong.
That's it. If we don't make millions out of this, we did it wrong. This year, for some of us, this will be millions with an S this year. I want you all to receive that. But in preparing for what you're asking for, there's some things that you have to do on your end. The universe, God, whoever you believe in, they always uphold their end of the bargain. We dropped the ball. We dropped the ball. You say you want to be a six-figure earner, or you say you want to be a seven-figure earner, or you say you want to be a six-figure trader. Okay. How much time, energy, and effort do you put into learning the skill set? How much time, energy, and effort do you put into personal growth and self-development? That's where you fulfill your end of the bargain. You have to fulfill your end of it's like a professional athlete who gets bonuses. They have terms and conditions that they have to fulfill, whether it be maintaining a certain level of health, maintaining a certain weight, producing a certain amount of statistics. What statistics do you have to produce in your life to uphold your end of the bargain? You say you want to be a six-figure earner. Okay. How many events are you going to where you can learn from six-figure earners? How many calls are you on where you're hearing from six-figure earners? Every time I realize that Bo has a call, I'll hop on it. Because I'm always willing to learn from somebody who is producing in their life. It doesn't matter who the individual is. If Linda is doing a call and I believe I can get value out of that call, I'm going to be on that call. If there's anything that I know how to do from going to school so long, I know how to be a student. You have to be a student of success. It's that simple. Study success in the form of information, in the form of skill sets, in the form of mindsets, in the form of people. A lot of you not putting in the time, but you want the results. It doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. Make sure you are on the mentorship call tonight. It's a round table call with all of the chairmen and chairwomen. I'm excited to be a part of that panel. I have some stuff tonight that's going to unlock certain parts of your mind that you probably have not tapped in, and it's going to be very simple. And when I say it, I want you to write it and I want you to really study it. It's going to be a simple concept. Once it clicks, then you'll unlock the door to your freedom. So with that being said, let's get into the charts because I have to pick up my sons today. So I want to make sure you all get these setups. Always appreciate you guys being on. Always appreciate you guys allowing me to share what little information that I have. Gilu, I hope that's how you pronounce your name. That's up to you. Whatever you're willing to lose, that's how much you can invest into your account. The benefit is not in the signals. The benefit is in learning the skill set. Yes, we'll provide trade ideas, but you learning the skill set will validate what it is that we provide. Do we have confidence in the information that we provide? Absolutely. I am very confident in the trade ideas that I provide, but it's just information. It's just information. It does not replace the information and education that you get from the academy and the educators, the people who the academy has entrusted with the opportunity to teach you. That's how I learn, and I plug into other people like Mello, Gilberto, Kevin Howell, individuals within the organization who have demonstrated that they understand this skill set. Also, for some of you, you are over trading. Now, if you look at all of my pairs, I do this for you all. I don't trade all of these pairs. I trade 3, maybe 4 pairs. That's it. That's it. I do all of these because people ask me to show these, but I don't trade them. You don't have to. A lot of you don't know, but I'm a second-degree black belt in martial arts. I used to fight competitively. I do jiu-jitsu, I do aikido. I did kung fu for a few years, but I've done karate for numerous years. I had one go-to kick when I competed. When I know I needed to score, I had this one go-to kick. I know every style in Shotokan, but I have one technique that when I want to score, that's my go-to. And that's the one I master because you can't stop it. It's too deceptive and it's too fast. I don't care how good you are, you will not stop this kick. So if you and I get into it, bless you because you're getting this kick. But it's one technique. There are tons of techniques in every martial art, but most people have that one that they can depend on. It's the same thing with trading. You have to have those go-to pairs that you know, I need $10, I need $20, I need $100. No, I don't do Kyokushin. I do Shotokan. But I have, it's one technique. You need to have that one pair. Like I know Mello, his pair is Nas. That's it. If he want to make a few bags, that's Nas. That's his go-to. My go-to is SPX, period. You got to pick your pair. I give you 10, 12 setups. Do not take 10, 12 setups. Find one that you are confident in, that you're unafraid to lose your money, because if your money is in your trading account, you should be willing to lose it. And that's what you trade. Make sense, everybody? All right. USD Chef. Mark this up. It did exactly what we said it would do. It retested that sell zone and it dropped. This is the same trade that I put in about a month ago that I said, take it for the long haul. And you see what it did. So let's start fresh from this, and I'm gonna work my way up. I'm gonna go through fast because I literally have to be out of here by 3, but I don't want to shortchange you just because I have to speed up the analysis. So as always, I like to start on the higher time frames. What I'm learning too, excuse me, I pay less attention to what happened way back here, and I look more at what's happening more recently, if that makes sense. So what I'm going to do now is trap price where it is. Now, even though it reached this high, this is where it closed. So I am going to trap it where it opened and closed. That's the 4 hour. Just working 4 hour today. Here we go. So let me come up. This is where the wick was. So when you go to lower time frames, if you see a wick on the higher time frame, you go to lower time frames, you see candles. See, here's that wick. I'll box it up so it makes sense. Boxing up the wick. If we drop down, see, you see candles within that box. So wick on higher time frames, candle on lower time frames. Now look at all of this silence. I always say your money is made in silence. This is what we're looking to capitalize on. This is a long institutional candle. So at some point, it may be tonight, it may be tomorrow, it may be this week, it may be next week. I believe it'll be, based on how it's trending, it'll probably be tonight or tomorrow. So this is what I would be looking for. It does not show the gap of the market right now, but if price breaks below this area, I would be looking to continue this in a sell. We're getting a daily retracement or pullback right now. If you look on the daily, it's in the downtrend. So we're getting a pullback right now. If we do a fib, and I have to update my fib. I learned something else about the fibs, but let's drop a fib. Here we go. If price continues in its trend, which I expect, because the US dollar is weakening right now, your take profit is down at places where it's been and where it extends. Write that down. Your take profit is places where it's been and where it extends. By extend, I mean the extension on the fib. That's why that extension is there. If it breaks out, you can trust or rely. I won't say trust. You can pretty much rely on the fib extensions. So here's your zones right here. See that? There's your zones. Trading is not difficult when you master certain concepts. So we see what it does in this area. If it breaks out, you wait for retest and you take it down. Now, I'll break this up because this is a major move. So we take key levels. There's one. There's one. When in doubt, also just use your even numbers. Price likes these even numbers. If you look, it plays around even numbers. These are potential target areas. So this will be a buy zone. This will be a sell zone. Very simple. targets. There's a 57 pip drop. So at 20 pips, 15, 20 pips, move your stop loss and the break even, let it ride. Be patient, let it ride. The money is already in the account. You can't spend it while it's in the account, so you shouldn't mind losing it. So if you trade with some discipline, if it breaks this sell zone, people always ask what the stop loss is. Your stop loss is based on your risk, but I'm not getting into that education right now. So your stop loss is the previous zone. There's your reward. Here's your risk, right? Just above that zone. There you go. Now, personally, if this breaks out, I believe it's coming down here and then some. But there's a 57 pip drop. If you're trading 0.01, this is saying that you're willing to risk. $1.30 to make $5.74. That's how that is. So I will drop this. I'll also put the buy in case it breaks out to the top. Long, same thing. Same thing. If you don't understand, ask questions as I go along. This is not a closed session. It's not about me. Ask your questions if you don't understand. USD chef. A personal bias, I believe that it will continue in a downtrend unless something drastic happens.
Doc?
Yes.
Hi, we have a question.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's Doc. You said that it was easy to trading is easy when you master certain concepts. Which concepts are you speaking about?
Well, for me personally, I was able to pick up support and resistance. At the end of the day, that's what trading is about. It's about what a lot of people call key levels, but it's basically support and resistance. For instance, right here, this area right here. This is resistance because it's at the top of a move. Resistance basically means that the price did not go beyond this level. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so that price resisted that level. When it hit this level, it rejected. That's why I put a line there. It rejected at this level. It also back here, we had some activity, but I'm talking about most recently, it rejected at this level. If it breaks out of this level, this resistance now becomes support. So we look for one of these moves. We look for it to come up, come back down to retest it, then shoot up. Make sense? They're gone. So, huh? All right. So that's the fundamentals that you need to learn. Basically, market structure. That's what it is. Market structure. Stop loss, that's a lesson for another day. It's based on your risk. If you're willing, if you have a $100 account, the accepted risk is 3%. Well, based on your stop loss, it depends on how many pips you take. If you're trading at 0.01, 3% is 30 pips. So your stop loss should be 30 pips, no more than 30 pips. If you're trading 0.02, then you're still risking at 3%, then your stop loss should be no more than 15 pips. Because 2 times 15 is 3. That's how you get to 3%. But that's a rough way to do it.
In 800 feet, turn left onto Martin Luther King Jr. Drive southwest.
Please mute your line, especially if you have your. Cool, you're welcome. All right, next pair, UJ, crowd favorites. Remember we marked that up? Look what happened. Whee! All right, let's start fresh. Let's see what the overall trend is. The overall trend is a downtrend. We're getting some pullback on the downtrend, which is perfect if this continues to go down. So we go from high to low. We'll leave that right here. This is fundamental Fibonacci retracement trading. You want price to come within these areas right here. Now, I'll take this off. This is going to be big because that's a daily chart. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, it does not get any more fundamental than this. You see this institutional candle. A lot of educators teach that institutional candles, the market will retrace at least 50% of them. If you look at my box where I marked the fib retracement, it takes into account 50% of that candle. I'm not measuring it because of time, but I'm going to put array. If price comes to this right in, I would say right in here, and doesn't break, sell it. There you go. That's your trade idea. Sell UJ. Here's your limit area right in here. I would not put a sell limit because I just don't do limits. But this would be my sell zone. I will wait for price to come back into these areas. If it does not break, I am selling it back down. UJ is one of those pairs. If I trade Forex, I would trade it. There you go, 50 pip drop. Beyond that, here's your second area where you are interested in. So price comes back into these areas, sell it. It may not even get here. You see this wick activity? This wick right here. Again, because of time, I can't really get into how I go down to the smaller time frames to verify entry. But see this wick activity on the 15? If it does not break this area, sell it back down. If it breaks, look for it to come to this line, sell it back down. Why? Because the US dollar is the first pair, and I'm almost willing to bet that it's weaker than the Japanese yen. There's your trade for UJ. Money in the bank. Oh, targets. Sell target. Sell target. USD, JPY. Now I don't keep up with my record, but I know last week we were hitting out the gate. Look at that. That's from last week. It almost hit the third target. No, the next level up or down does not determine your stop loss. The market does not know where it's going. Your stop loss is based on the amount you're willing to risk. Within that, you determine if it's a previous zone. But that is fundamentals that you can get from the academy. Make sure you are going through the academy. Let's see what we have on. I don't know if y'all remember, but I told you everything that is going against the US dollar would be in a downtrend. I said that last week. I don't know how many people listened to me, but I
Yes, you
said
did.
that. Huh?
No, I said, yes, you did. You did.
Here we go, right here. This is where we don't want price to come back to. I mean, to break above. See? Liquidity, liquidity. Drop, come back, retest this area. Drop, come back, retest this area. Drop, come back, retest this area. Now, this area has not been retested. So, but this retested that area. So, we play it by ear here. We may get a pullback. But then again, here's a pullback to a drop. So our next determination is right here. But that's a daily. So let's see what we have. 4 hour. So our key level is right in this area. So I'll put another box right in here. Let's change that to orange. So here we go. Let me measure it first, see if it's worth the time. Yeah, it is. Here's your level. This is what we're looking for. We're looking for a retest of this level or a breakout of this level. If it breaks right here, that's your sell. Oh yeah. All the way to right in here. Let's go back. Let's go back. Here's your sell right here. If it breaks out, it may hit and bounce. If it does that, price goes from zone to zone. If it bounces here, buy it back to this zone. If it breaks, buy it to this zone. It's simple. So I'm gonna leave this one exactly like this for you to analyze it. I'll put some notes right here. Buy rejection. Right here. Also, buy breakout. At the same time, come on. Oh, my shortcut's not popping up. Trying to put my little arrow there. There we go. Okay, you tripping now. Buy the breakout here. Buy the rejection here. Back to this zone. To this zone. If it breaks out, break, retest up into these areas, target. I know a lot of people want me to put entries, exits. No, you need to learn how to read the charts. There you go. Here, we sell this breakout. Let me see if it works. Good old touchscreen. There we go. Touchpad. There you go. USD CAD. Next. I never trade this thing. Ever. Let's look at it though. Oh, it's in an uptrend. It's in an uptrend, but on the daily, it's consolidating. This is consolidation, which means it's about to break out somewhere. So let's trap it where it is, and then let's see what we can find within it. We're looking for a break out of this area. All right, now we're on the 4 hour. Let's see. Me personally, I would wait. I would wait for the breakouts, either side. You could scalp because it's still 50 pips in here. So you could scalp this. Well, it's not really scalping if you're trading on the 15. So here you go. 15-minute breakout right here. Target. Also, if it does not break this area right here, sell it down. So I'm going to say sell rejection. I like selling, buying rejections because it's premium entries. You want premium entries right here. It's on the 15. What do you mean the chart keeps moving? So the entry point on what, DeAsia? Excuse me, this is on the hour. Personally, I think this will break out. Depends on which pair is stronger. I haven't looked. It's in the uptrend, so it may break out to the upside. If it does, here's your area right here. We're never attached to a particular direction. About a breakout. Top. There we go. Simple. Oh, let me put target up here. Actually, we can, yeah, keep it safe. The purpose of these is for you to pay attention to what's going on, not necessarily to jump in them. Watch the behavior of the markets. Ripple is back on the upswing. We said that if it broke this area to sell it, I hope you got some when it was around 17 to 19 cents. I know I did. Ripple is in a period of consolidation right now too. So right in here. So I'm just going to mark this up for information purposes. One area, two areas. I'm gonna leave it just like that. Gilu, the numbers will always be moving. That's why we give you entries. It's not a specific number you're looking for. It's a zone or an area that you're looking for. That's why we mark up the areas. Everybody on here will have a different entry point because it's impossible for all of us to enter on the same point, but it's the same general area. Hope that makes sense. I don't have the time right now to get into confirmations and all of that, but if you drop the questions in the chat, we'll make sure they get addressed. Oh, look at that AUD CAD. I hope somebody took this trade. Look at that. Flawless. Let's see where it is now. I'll be looking for it to retest this area and see what it's doing on the daily. Yeah, it's still swinging up. It's swinging up to a major zone. It's in a consolidation, but on the long-term consolidation, but on the daily, it's in a bit of an uptrend. So this is what I would be looking for. That wick on the daily, that could mean that it's about to drop because this is forming what they call an evening star pattern. If we get price to come up into this area and wick, we're forming an evening star, which means it's priming for a fall in most cases. Let's do a fib and see what we are looking at from the swing low to the swing high. Perfect. Here you go, family, right in here. If price does not break below that, buy it up. Here's your target. Here's a target. And here's a target. See, it's simple. It's not difficult. Remember, we're looking for price to reject in this area. If it does not break below, buy it back up. This is a perfect 618 retracement. Does not get any better. If it breaks below, then you're looking to sell back to this sell zone. Let's see how many pips this is from here. Yeah. If it breaks below, then this is a target. It's not a sell zone anymore. It's a target. This is your key area right here. You're looking to buy from this area. That's beautiful. AUD CAD. Sometimes I gotta just sit back and just say, man, that was a nice setup. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. Mr. Howell is on the way over here. Let's look at what this is doing on the large. All right. It's almost identical. Same thing. We may be about to experience a pullback. We may have some more push though. So, yeah, I think we may get a pullback. Let's look at it though. Let's see, just in case. Low to high. All right. Here's your area of interest for a potential pullback on the daily. Let's drop down 4. We're gonna move this. There we go. 4 hour. Yeah, I think we're about to get some pullback. Drop down even further. There we go. Yeah, that's not worth it for me. 20 pips. Maybe worth it for you. It's not worth it for me. Let's see what happens right here. This is a daily pullback. Here's another key area right here. If price does not break this area, I would be buying AUD Chef back to the upside. I will be looking to get between 30 and 40 pips. It's not a big trade. Oh, I'll take that back. Yes, it is. If we can get in this area, excuse me. Nah, that's not worth it for me. But if you want to catch a quick 15, 20 pips, wait for a rejection in this area. If it breaks this, this is your final area of resistance on the larger time frames. I will be looking to take this back up. So me personally, I'm staying away. So I'll drop this in for you to look at, but I'm not putting a particular trade on this. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This is setting up nicely. It's already primed. It's now making lower lows. I mean lower highs. See this? But it's in an uptrend. So this is what we'll do. Let's draw one of these imaginary lines that we think the market is supposed to respect. Let's see if it respects it. We have a little bit of a head and shoulders right here, even though it's slanted. Let's see what we have on 4 hour. Yeah. Key area right here. Right here. Right here. My son used to say, right here, sandwich. When he was hungry. It meant he wanted a sandwich. Right here, sandwich. Let's drop that back down. All right. Here we go. Here's our area of interest right here. It may break down. I don't think it will break below here though. If it does, here's your next area of interest right here. Right here, sandwich. Yeah. See, it's forming that green candle. Your next target at the top. See all of this wick? If it breaks out, we have to take care of that wick. So let's break it up into pieces. Target, right along these even numbers. Target. This is for if it rejects target. Perfect. This is the area you're looking to get back into. I don't know though, it's breaking down. So we're going to look for price to come back into these parts. But I'm gonna leave this right here too, because it's kind of iffy. When in doubt, don't trade. Chris, that's funny. I just saw your message in the group. Lynetta, your area of interest is determined by activity. See this activity right here? No candle closed beneath this area. Wick is exhaustion. Now, if you drop down, you'll see candles. But I like to mark up on higher time frames. That's why I don't panic during a 15-minute window when price is fluctuating. I'm basing my analysis on the higher time frames, if that makes sense. If it doesn't, I'll try to address it in the group a little later. But this is what we're looking at on ADJPY. And I'm gonna have to wrap this up. But I will not cheat you on the charts. As soon as I get back, which will be 30 minutes, I'll put charts in there. And you can ask questions within the group all day, every day. Oh, wow. I also told you this. I don't know if you all were listening. I said any pairs where the USD was the second pair, I would be buying those pairs. Anybody remember when I said that?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's why I was making a killing on this on HFX. All right. It's consolidating right here. You see that bunch? Whenever you see candles in bunches, that's consolidation. You just wait for it to break out. It has to break out at some point in time. There's one level. I don't care about that wick. There's another level right there. Looking for a breakout. If it breaks out, you see all of this? You see all of this? This wick? That's the areas that we target, these wicks. Because that's what the banks target, because the bank knows that people have stop losses in here. So we target what the banks target. We pick up easy money. There we go. Oh, that's the monthly. Let's drop back to, there we go, daily. Same thing, all of this. Go back. All of this. It's never been mitigated. And GBP is on the downswing on a major time frames. But for regular old people like us, trade the hourly and the 15-minute. Here's your breakouts. It does not get any plainer than this. See all of this space? That's what you're targeting. Emptiness. Potentially 184 pips. A player like me would sit in this trade the entire time. This would be my entry. My stop loss would be right in here. But I need the breakout. I need it to break out. So be patient. Chris, you better ask somebody, you know, I got a resume. Oh, let me stop. Look for this GBP USD. Unless some news comes out or something weird to make the market go opposite, this what I'll be looking at anything trading against the US dollar. Pay attention to the news though. GBP USD. Okay, my bad. GBP JPY. I'm leaving this because it's still intact. These are my targets right here. We wait for a pullback. Benetti, look at all of this wick activity right in this area. So we came up, we never broke, came back, retested a previous area, wick activity. Then it kind of broke out, then it came back to the same area. So this is my area of interest. It's already going up. Let's see if it pulls back. If it does not pull back, don't get in it. If it pulls back, take the trade. You never miss a trade. Never miss a trade. You preserve capital. People say, did I miss it? Did I miss it? No, you didn't miss it. They're going to trade the same $6 trillion tomorrow. I'm just going to leave this because if you took this trade, when I said to get in back here, you should still be in it because with what's going on in our economy, gold and silver are about to. Now, last week, remember I marked these areas. I said, if price, I showed you that was a prime place to get in. Then I drew this box. I said, if price comes back to this area, take this trade. How many of y'all listened to that? I told you, I'm expecting gold to get back into these parts. So this is one of those trades where you're trading as an investor for real. You enter, if you couldn't enter here, you enter here. And you just hold it. Just hold it, hold it, hold it. It can pull back, so what? If you got in down here, you don't care about a pullback in here. Just hold it. We're getting these tweezers at the top of SPX. Look for some retracement. Look for some retracement in this area. So your area of interest is already highlighted right here. If it breaks out, guess what you do? You buy it. It's simple. If it doesn't, here's your next target on the breakout. We use fields because we've never been this high. Yeah. We've never been this high. That's why we're using fibs. And my area of interest on a pullback is the same right in here. So we'll be looking to sell it. If it rejects, right there. Oops. There we go. Take these off. If it breaks above, this is your entry. This is your target right here. If it breaks below this area, I would be selling down to these areas, taking profits along the way. All right, one more, then I gotta go. I'll drop US 30 and all of those later. Same thing here. This is marked from last time. All we do is box it up. If it continues to reject, we sell it down to this previous area. Even though this is a big move for traders, it's not a big move for the market as a whole. Targets, potential targets. You see this wick right here? We have to highlight, we have to target that. So we'll bring these right in here. I still think it's gonna like crash. If you like movies, I would recommend you watching The Big Short. It's a prime example of trading at its best and long-term patience to the billions of dollars. The Big Short.
Where did you stream that? What, Netflix, YouTube?
Anything, wherever you can get it legally.
Okay.
But I know it's on, I think it's on Prime for sure. But I got to run, family. Got to pick up these hijos. But I'll drop the
Thanks,
remaining
Doc.
charts in the chat. You're welcome.
Thank you, Doc.
Thanks,
Thanks, Doc, for those.
Nice
Thank
day.
you.
Thanks, Doc.
Thanks,
Thank
Doc.
you.
Appreciate
Appreciate
it.
it.
Doc.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Appreciate Doc. Bye.
Doc.
Thank you, Doc.